Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So tonight I won't be streaming. However, I did want to create a video on some of the projects that I've been picking up and some of the ones that I still think has a lot of room to grow, especially since they have fallen 30, 40, 50% within the last few days, which makes them really cheap and at a bargain right now. So I want to go over some of these projects really quick and share with you why I think it's worth picking up. And also, I do want to show you an exclusive interview that I conducted with the CEO of Orion Protocol. And let me get to that shortly. So first of all, looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is still in its recovery mode, back up above 40,000, 40,500. It's definitely moving in the right direction. Now, like I said before, I don't expect a quick V-shaped recovery, but maybe a slower U-shaped recovery. And that's what we're seeing today. And of course, we're moving into the weekend with lower volume. So let's see what happens. Do we see an explosive recovery or do we see some sideways movement? But while we're waiting, the altcoins are coming up quite drastically. BTC dominance is coming down, and you can see overall global market cap is still far off from its previous highs, but it is moving. It's moving in the right direction. All right, so let me talk about some of these projects that I've picked up actually over the last few days, and also some of the ones that I still feel like are great pickups right now, even right now, because quite honestly, a lot of them are still down 20, 30, 40% off from their previous highs. And the ones that I've been eyeing are the ones that actually show a lot of strength. They are the ones that are the backbones of smart contracts, and they're the ones that's really carrying DeFi and all dApps at this point. And I'm talking about the blockchains, the distributed ledgers, the smart contract plays, and their layer 2 counterparts. All right, so number one, starting out with Ethereum. I think you guys know Ethereum has been absolutely killing it. It hit a high as 4,200 until yesterday. It did take a dramatic dip down. Now it's below 3,000. I do think this is a fantastic pickup. Obviously, Ethereum has a network effect. They're the biggest smart contract play out there. So they definitely have room to grow, especially with institutional adoption also coming in. Recently, it was revealed that ARK Invest owns a ton of Ethereum trusts as well from Grayscale. So that's a big endorsement. So number one is Ethereum. Number two is none other than Binance Coin. I think you guys saw that coming. Binance Coin, which has Binance Smart Chain. There's a ton of DeFi that's coming aboard and a ton of NFTs that's coming aboard. There's a lot of NFT marketplaces that's coming aboard to Binance Smart Chain. Hasn't really happened yet. So far, only Bakery Token, but there's a lot more coming. So there's a lot more excitement. And of course, Binance Coin is also down from its high of almost 700. So you're definitely getting BNB at a really cheap price right now. Absolute steal, I believe. Now, moving on, of course, is Cardano. Recently went above $2. It was like $2.30, and it kept going and going and going. And we know that Cardano is still looking to introduce their Alonzo testnet, which will introduce smart contracts. And soon after that, guess what? Then they're going to implement a mainnet, and finally Goguen will be done. And it's really amazing how far Cardano has come without smart contracts, without projects that's actually on board right now. But pretty soon that will change. Now, next up is Solana. Solana, I've talked about many times in the past. I already put a lot of money into Solana, and they are simply killing right now. Even today, they're coming up in a big way, almost back to their previous highs, and that's because Coinbase will be listing them. So I don't think that's a surprise, but Solana has a ton of traction, a ton of dApps coming on board, and a ton of money coming from FTX and Alameda. They absolutely love Solana and the entire ecosystem. That's going to carry them far. Next up is Polygon. Polygon, aka Matic, has been skyrocketing, and that's because if you look at their network usage, it has also skyrocketed. Besides Binance Smart Chain, the one project that everyone is looking at or moving to from Ethereum is Polygon. They are absolutely killing it right now. They have their own AMM and other things, other DeFi project that's spinning on board, and their transactions, their daily transactions doing this. In fact, it's already 3 times higher than Ethereum. That says a lot. So I think Polygon is also a great pickup, especially seeing how they were like 250 recently. A steal. Next up is, of course, VeChain. I've talked about VeChain many times. They've been weaker recently, but they didn't also fall down as much either. But I do think VeChain definitely one to hold and pick up more of, because we've been hearing a lot about China, right? China and their digital yuan, and supposedly they banned Bitcoin now. They're just trying to nurture their own company. They want to keep control. That's why I think VeChain is one project that will benefit a lot from once China opens up their digital yuan. And plus, their partnerships is absolutely amazing. And another one out of China is Neo. Same thing. There's a lot of excitement over their Neo 3.0. Not quite done yet. Testnet right now, but they could also go very far because they're one of the bigger crypto companies from China as well. And then next up is Cosmos. Cosmos, I think it's just undervalued overall. They never hit as high as some of these other chains, but you know what? There's so many projects within the Cosmos ecosystem that utilizes their SDK. And you know what? I think they just have a lot of potential. Next two is Harmony. Number one is Harmony, and that's because, you know what? Harmony could be seen as ETH 2.0 already. They already have a very fast chain, very fast finality, very cheap, and they have a lot of DeFi that's coming on board. Just started coming on board, so I do think it's still early for Harmony, and I do think they're going to do very well in the future. And finally, I want to bring up Phantom. Phantom is another chain that is also very fast, very cheap, Ethereum compatible, and there are dApps that are moving on board. A lot of DeFi dApps like Yearn and Sushi, they're on top of Phantom, and they're relatively cheap, especially compared to, say, Polygon. They're definitely undervalued right now. So I do think Phantom is also a great play. So yeah, so those are the ones that I picked up more of and that I think are still undervalued, especially compared to a recent high. But not only that, these are the backbone of all the dApps and of all the smart contracts that exist today. And that is why so many people are putting money into them, because they feel like these guys could become the next Amazon, Google, Microsoft, who knows. All right, next up, let me show you this exclusive video of this interview I've conducted with the CEO of Orion Protocol. And in case you don't know who Orion Protocol is, well, they have a really nifty cross-chain terminal that allows you to trade, and it grabs liquidity from both DEXs and centralized exchanges. Very, very promising, and they have a whole lot more to that. I'm simplifying it. This is a project I picked up not too long ago, and I do think they have a fantastic future. They have a lot of promise, so enjoy. Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. In this interview, I'm talking to Alexei Koloskov of Orion Protocol, a very, very promising, I would say, aggregator of liquidity from centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, but there's a lot more than that. So welcome, Alexei. How are you?
Hey everyone. Hey to George, to all of your subscribers and watchers. So it's a pleasure to be here in your channel. I'm Alexei Koloskov, CEO of Orion Protocol. Little background maybe of myself. So my background spans two worlds of traditional finance and DeFi. So I started my journey in crypto in 2016 when I created Waves Decentralized Exchange. Prior to this, I spent several years working for big global banks such as UniCredit, Deutsche Bank. We created internet banking software solutions. Now I'm leading Orion Protocol team and building what we think the future of trading and finance. So yeah, as you correctly said, Orion Protocol aggregates centralized and decentralized exchanges, and actually we are a gateway. We are creating a gateway to all digital assets, to all markets.
Yeah. So let's start with your history, because I know what drew me to you, first of all, was your history with the project Waves, because Waves been around for a while. They had, like a DEX, but it worked differently. and I know that you worked there before. So tell me a little bit about your experience there, what you picked up, and how you're doing things differently now because of that experience.
Okay, and great questions. Actually, yeah, in 2016, to be honest, DEXs, digital exchanges, was quite new things. So not too much DEXs exist. I would say maybe Waves was one of the first and most mature digital exchanges. Because yeah, 2016, you can remember this time. I hardly can name other DEXs. It was before Binance DEX, before maybe even the same time as Ethereum Delta. But yeah, we launched DEX. The main, maybe the greatest feature of this DEX was that we have centralized matcher and decentralized settlement on Wave blockchain, where settlement was done natively. Yeah, it works pretty well. And now, yeah, WaveX still shows good results. But what Orion actually, how Orion differs, it's not actually DEX. Yeah, for sure, it consists of some components of digital exchanges, especially of match and settlements. But we are actually aggregator. Yeah, so. The main problem of every DEXs, and especially some emerging DEXs, where to get this liquidity, because for sure, if you compare DEX and central exchange like Binance, yeah, Binance still has a lot of liquidity, a lot of market makers, and Orion was created to solve this problem, actually to bridge gaps between centralized and decentralized exchanges. For sure, we all understand all benefits which decentralized trading provides, like you own your assets, you can control, you can always withdraw funds. So yeah, it's the main benefits. But at the same time, there are some difficulties in using and low liquidity. Yeah, so Orion use centralized liquidity. So you can trade on Orion right now from your MetaMask, like you trade on Binance, and even get the better price, because we not only aggregate Binance but other exchanges also. Yeah, so our aggregator always search for the best price. But still you control your assets, you control transactions that you provide, so there is no risk that you somehow locked or other things. So for sure, we combine the benefits, the pros of both worlds, I would say.
Yeah, so I know you guys just launched Terminal recently, and I've used it. It definitely gives, for people that haven't used it or haven't looked at it, to me it looks like a centralized exchange. It has that recognizable interface, yet it's non-custodial, right? Because you're attaching your own wallet to it. So you still control your own keys, and what's nice is it's just a really easy interface. Unlike the other DEXs out there, or unlike AMMs out there, which has a learning curve. It's just not that easy sometimes. And Terminal kind of makes everything really easy. And like you said, it aggregates. So where does it actually aggregate the liquidity from? From both the DEXs and the central exchanges? Is there specific partners that you're pulling from? How does that work?
So yeah, regarding user interface, to be honest, if you see most of exchanges look similar these days. So yeah, maybe interface becomes more or less standard, right? You have trading view chart, you have order books, you have some widget for creating orders. So yeah, it's already pretty standard. And also in our terminal there is such advanced mode, professional mode, when you as a trader can create limit orders, can create market orders, see charts, see order books, can analyze from this. Tools, but we also have a simple swap interface like other swap solution, Uniswap and others. So we actually have both of these interfaces. Regarding how it works internally, the significant part of our protocol is a decentralized network of brokers. So it's brokers actually is entities who connects their centralized exchange accounts to our network, and through them order eventually gets executed, right? So if our aggregator find and determine that the best price on a specific exchange, then it search for brokers who can have enough liquidity on this exchange, and based on our consensus, which is called decentralized proof of brokers, which are similar to staking consensus proof of stake, choose the broker who execute orders, and broker then execute orders on this exchange and receive the price that exists on this exchange at the current time. So yeah, internally actually there is a lot of that works behind the scene, but for end users it looks like very simple. Users just create orders, submit to Orion, and order filled and eventually settled, and user receive assets that he wants to wants to sell or buy. So from user perspective, it's like a traditional exchange, but on behind the scene, yeah, we're using this as
So since we're talking about your terminal, so this is for the audience to see. I have it pulled up here. So, I mean, it's a really clean interface, like you mentioned, the order books on the side, obviously the chart, your orders, your history, buy and sell. You could do market orders, limit orders, very, very easy interface. Of course, you have to add your wallet first. You mentioned about the swap. This is pretty simple, like any kind of swap, project out there. You could do Orion or BNB or ETH, right? I love this interface. And also I love how trading, you could select if you're on a Binance Smart Chain, or you can go on the Ethereum network. And so there's different tokens, right? Depending on which ones you could trade, depending on which chain you select, correct?
Yeah, token different, but some of tokens. So for some of tokens exist a bridge between Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, which is run by Binance itself.
Right.
So, for example, Ethereum you can trade on Binance Smart Chain and on Ethereum itself. So you can choose because for sure there are pros and cons, which is briefly shown on this window, on this screen that shows, for example, if you want to receive, to get low fee, faster transaction, then for sure you should choose Binance. And also Binance provide trading like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and other tokens through pegged tokens that exist on Binance chain. So for sure there are some advantages of Binance Smart Chain, but Ethereum also have its own advantage because it's native, right? So because bridge for sure creates additional intermediate layer between you as a user and Orion as a smart contract, and I guess our platform. So there is another layer, but when you trade on Ethereum, there is no any intermediate. You can trade native tokens, and in my opinion, this actually we are planning to add more networks, more blockchains here very soon. We already announced a few of blockchains that will be integrated soon. But in my opinion, this segmentation will be depend on user's profile. For example, if user wants to swap large order, I don't 10 or 100 Ethereum, for example, then for sure maybe a transaction fee is not such important point, and they will choose Ethereum. But if users want to perform some high frequency trading or some lower orders, then they most likely will choose Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, because yeah, I mean that's a good point. If you're trading small amounts or you're doing very high frequency trading, you want to minimize on the fees, right? So you want to get off of Ethereum as much as you can. So you mentioned about the brokers, right? And that's how you get your liquidity, because I think one of the things that people are looking for is more tokens or more coins. So are you still onboarding more brokers that's able to help with this?
Yeah, regarding number of tokens, for sure in our protocol, more tokens. So adding new tokens, adding new trading pairs is a matter of configuration, but it also depends on available liquidity from brokers. So if we're talking about popular tokens, for sure, maybe from the first 100 of CoinMarketCap tokens, then they can easily add it. We just we'll do it soon. We also launch voting through our community, because our meaning that community should decide what to add first, and to provide what our community really needs. If you're talking about some less liquid tokens, then a broker brokers that have enough funds in the tokens should join network before it will be really really useful for traders. But for sure, we understand this, and we are preparing some new solutions. I wouldn't announce it right now, but soon we will announce that there will be a new product on Orion, which will allows almost any tokens to be added to Orion, and the users can easily trade, even maybe even if some brokers haven't yet joined. But because as we initially announced, Orion aggregate not only central exchanges, also decentralized exchanges and swap pools. So once we connect swap pools, it will be the same as, or not the same, but even not it's even better than trading on some swap pools.
Yeah. So from what I'm understanding is the most popular ones, let's say you said the top 100 on CMC, they're already available. It's just that you have to program the right trading pairs for now. So they're actually relatively easy for you to add in. But the smaller ones, maybe they only exist on within liquidity pools and Uniswap or something like that. Maybe those will take some time, but you guys have some kind of secret sauce that will make this happen pretty soon. It sounds like.
Besides integrating, actually the most natural solution here is just connect Uniswap,
right.
But we also have another announcement soon besides this. But it's also will be done, and after we integrate all available sources, we are becoming the one-stop shop for most traders, I believe.
Cool. So are there, I know Terminal just launched. Do you have any figures like trading volume, number of users, anything you could share? Like how has the reception been?
We will share the precise statistics soon in our channels, but roughly, we have around So around 500 to 1 million daily volume, a little less than 1,000 transactions per day. But as a good sign is that first of all it's natural volume, and the good sign is that it's increasing each day. So
Nice.
yeah, we are pretty proud of this launch, and especially many thanks to our community, which did a great job from the launch. They gave us good advices. Yeah, we identify some initial problems as always. It always be on the launch. So yeah, now our protocol and terminal trading becomes more and more efficient, more and more stable, I would say. So the number of incidents, we almost solved most of the problems that exist in the first days. Yeah, now we are going forward. So with increasing volumes every day, soon we will announce some programs. Another thing that regarding volumes actually is that through our protocols, through Orion, not only volumes that comes from terminal will be executed, but also through our partners that connected to Orion Protocol, and their volumes also will be added to Orion. It's also good. So because we are actually evolving retail part like terminal, yeah, right? Trading terminal is for end users. It's a product for end users, but we also have a lot of partnership. Currently, our community maybe knows that we have a lot of partners, more than 50. I would say that, in different areas, and most of these partners will be connected to Orion liquidity, which will generate additional sources of trading volumes.
Great. Like speaking of partners, besides, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, I saw that you guys had a partnership with a few other big chains like Elron, Holochain, even Huobi's Eco Chain. What can you elaborate? Is it just to get, specific tokens as native to those chains, or getting their ecosystem to come on board? What are you utilizing those chains for?
First of all, when we created our protocol from day one, we created this as to be blockchain agnostic. Yeah, so there is no. So the most important part of the system are not tied with a specific blockchain. So it can be almost any blockchain that provide enough minimum features. Yeah, and and after we already integrated Binance Smart Chain, this integration will with future blockchains will be done quite easy. So that's why you can also see it from a terminal that it's one interface. Switching between networks quite easy. In some cases, we can also even automatically identify which wallet you are connecting, and decide what network to switch. So for sure, more networks, more users, more tokens, and and because the landscape of blockchains is very broad. Yeah, there are a lot of blockchains. Almost every blockchain has its own pros and cons. Yeah, and we don't want to, for example, to lock our users in some and don't provide benefits that they can receive. So users should choose what they want to use, and it's just in line with our maybe with our ideas and with our strategy to onboard more users.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Now, one of the things I see you guys are also doing is, besides being a DeFi aggregator or liquidity aggregator, I should say, but you're also trying to be an NFT aggregator. That you're trying to connect all the marketplaces basically together. So
Yeah,
is that next? Like, what are your plans for that?
yeah. Actually, yeah. NFT. It's there are good synergy here when we connect in Huobi chain. Yeah, with NFT because Huobi has marketplace for NFT. So, but regarding aggregation, yeah, we're actually building NFT aggregator. And for end users, what this provides, NFT aggregator actually will allow users to access to NFT assets in one place, in one terminal. It will be the single point of access actually to the entire NFT markets. And another point here is that besides of course reducing some burden and simplifying users to access NFT, we also provide NFT to wider users through displaying them in them all seamlessly in Orion terminal. And another point that currently most of marketplace take only BTC or Ethereum as a payment method for NFT. In Orion, using our unique cross pair functionality, when you can easily change any available assets through finding the best path in order books, you can. Orion Terminal will provide traders to swap almost any ERC20 token for NFT with complex swap. So it will be another big advantage of using NFT through trading NFT through Orion.
So, so how I'm picturing what you're saying is basically, if someone has an NFT on OpenSea or Rarible or wherever, they're able to see it within terminal, I'm guessing. And not only that, you don't have to pay for things in Ethereum. Well, at least maybe you still do, but it's very easy for you to cross swap from whatever token you want to Ethereum to be able to purchase them, right? That's basically the big idea.
Exactly.
That sounds pretty good. That's definitely needed right now. I mean, I think there's a few products that's trying to do that, but nothing that's really outstanding that I've found so far.
Yeah,
So, is there anything like users or anyone that's watching this, anything that you want to share that's coming up right away? Any big add-ons or upgrades or anything like that to Orion that you want to share at this point?
Actually, yeah, maybe I repeat myself, but again, our launch previous week, it's a big milestone for Orion project. And we, to be honest, we're really proud that we launched it. Currently, it's work smoothly. We provide trading functionality to our users, and actually, for sure, it's still one of the first version, and we will add new features, improve the interface, improve efficiency, make it more improve user experience. But anyway, currently it works as we previously declare, and to be honest, we really solve the problems that many users encounter right now. Yeah, and maybe you, as me, for example, encounters the situation when you open, for example, CoinMarketCap, see the price of Ethereum, I don't know, let's say $2,000, open Uniswap and see that you can swap Ethereum only for 1950, for example. Yeah, so, and you wonder why I should lose 50 bucks, and it's really this. And currently, with Orion, for sure aggregating all available sources, not only swaps, but other exchanges, you really receive the best price. And now we outperform most of the uh, decentralized swapping solutions that exist on the market. And I think it's really great point, great milestone for us, for our community, and for our users.
Is there, I'm just thinking out loud here, is there any plans to integrate like fiat so that people can actually buy crypto with fiat currency? Any
Yeah,
plans with that?
it's a very demanded feature here, but for sure, any fiat operation require additional process of verification, and we already have partnered with some providers. So for sure, this uh, functionality can be made available for our users through our partners, so through specific gateways, and yeah, we are working on this also. So
Okay.
yeah. There is no so from technical perspective there is no big problem here, but it's more like it's more legal stuff and the matter of communicating and partnering with the right solution for this gateway operations. But yeah, it's on our roadmap.
What about wallet integration? Are you guys partnering up or talking to wallet, financial wallet apps that have some kind of swap or exchange built in? Are you talking to them and saying, hey, we could offer you something better. We have so much more liquidity and so forth with ours. Are you talking with the wallet makers right now?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Thank you. Because right now we are developing SDK for Orion protocol, which significantly simplify integration, especially for wallets, for the apps, for even sites. We have even a specific product called Orion Enterprise Trade. It's a widget that can be integrated on site and which provide swapping and trading functionality right from the swap widget. And regarding wallet provider, I would say currently we're in negotiation of 2 or 3 wallets for integrating Orion trading feature, because as you correctly said, currently many wallets integrate this functionality, and because we provide in some cases, and I would say in most cases, better price, and in a order for orders, for example, for 10 Ethereum, you can easily save trading on Orion. I would say more than usually $150 for each trade. So we really save money for users, integrating our swap functionality to these wallets, or at least becoming another provider for swapping features. It's our next big milestone, and it will be available after releasing SDK. It will be quite soon, and for developers, for third-party developers, for third-party projects, it will be easy tool for integrating.
Awesome. Last question, just open-ended. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin overall?
On Bitcoin?
yeah, just anything.
Actually, this year is tremendous. And of crypto, and for sure there are a lot of signs that it will be. It's not. It won't end soon like it was in 2017. Because big players join the ecosystem, and environment becomes more mature. So for sure, there are not. To be honest, I think the market becomes more clear. projects competing with each other in a good sense. So they try and provide some better solutions and also help each other. So I think there are a lot of good signs in development and in evolving our ecosystem. Yeah, Bitcoin always will be, and still, I think for many years will be the major cryptocurrency. But for sure, it will be only maybe on as a, will be used as a means of storing assets, or yeah, like gold, right? So
Yeah.
for more real world cases, yeah, other blockchains are more suitable. But yeah, Bitcoin for sure is a big player for ages.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think with the big players coming in and basically Bitcoin being a store of value, I think it's here for a long time. I've been asking everyone I interview this question because I'm waiting for someone to say, I don't like Bitcoin, but I don't think anyone's gonna say that. But okay, that's all the questions I had. So thanks for coming on, Lexi.
Yeah.
Anyone that's watching this, if you want to learn more about Orion Protocol, of course, check them out. Check out their terminal that I showed you guys. Fantastic product. I really like it. So again, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you a lot, George. It was a pleasure to be to be here with you, and yeah, to answer your question. Great question, actually very deep, and yeah, I receive. I enjoy talking with you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Great. Great to hear that. All right, guys. For the rest of you guys, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for my future videos. Take care.